Dead Candy. Dedicated entertainment for the dead.
Spoiler alert, Slashers Paradise encourages viewers to watch these horror films before listening to our show. Danny and Lance will go through everything, including filmmaking, dialogue, characters, and even full scene breakdowns when we get excited. Enjoy the show.
Hello! You've reached Horrortown Video. After hours. For store hours, please press 1. For the horror movie recommendation of the week, please press 2. For the slash word of the night, please press 3. For all other recommend... You've selected the slash word of the night. Tonight's slash word is... Leprechaun!
Hey, man.
Hey, Danny.
Happy St. Patty's Day.
Hey, happy St. Patty's Day.
I'm happy. I'm so happy, man. I'm so happy to be here in the Slasher's Paradise. I think that deserves a toast. And thank you so much for pouring that for me.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Blended Canadian. The only whiskey's Irish whiskey.
Well, that's all we got, Danny.
Well, it tastes pretty good anyway.
Hey, it's your favorite.
Yay!
Hey, welcome to Slashers Paradise, the watch-along for St. Patty's. Our first ever annual watch-along St. Patty's Day. We're watching Leprechaun 2. Because we already watched Leprechaun 1, number 1. We did that episode already. Number 2, the only way that Danny could get me to bring Leprechaun 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, however many there are
a lot,
was to get me a little inebriated and watch it with you. So this is going to be a watch along. We're going to give you a countdown down the road of a 3, 2, 1. You're going to click play with us, and we're going to watch the movie with you with our commentary, the Slashers Paradise way.
It's very exciting, Lance. I was getting very excited. I was trying to jump in there just to talk about it. Look, I'm very excited to be in here. First of all, happy St. Patty's Day. But folks, we all know that Lance has been way too hard for too long on the Leprechaun. And let me just say, we had a blast with Leprechaun 1.
Yes, absolutely.
And if you thought that was something, we're about to have a double blast. We're about to just go double greatness because it is the second installment, and it doesn't, honestly, is in terms of a movie, doesn't get better, but it gets better in terms of an experience. Can I say that? Is that okay?
Sure.
Am I allowed?
I can honestly say I have not watched Leprechaun 2, so this will be a first watch with me, a first commentary, first everything. I've maybe seen clips here and there on the Sci-Fi Channel, which it's currently on, and that is it. I will say our first episode with the Leprechaun was a great episode, and I hope people go back and listen to it. It's the first time that we talked about our experiences in the video store.
Oh, yeah.
And the nostalgia factor kind of came back, and we've had many episodes since then. But it was the first time that really, like, Danny kind of started to dive in and took me back with him. And we started to talk about our hometown video stores. So we hope that you go back and watch that episode or listen to it. This one's going to be really interesting because we've never done a watch along. It's our first one ever. It's the only way that we're going to do Leprechaun ever again.
Well, too bad.
This will be interesting. This is going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be kind of experimental. Danny, what's good about this movie? Why do you love Leprechaun? You've brought it into Slashers Paradise so many episodes. If you've listened to our episodes, for some reason, Danny always brings Leprechaun into the mix. Sometimes he finds a way to bring Leprechaun into the mix. and finds a connection to the Leprechaun world. Why is this movie what we're watching today? Why is it worthwhile?
I'm glad you asked, Lance, because for all intents and purposes, Leprechaun, the franchise, should not actually be a sentence. Because there is no way after watching the first one did folks think, let's churn these out and people are just going to come back and watch these. Now, I have to preface this is to know these movies were going straight to video. Okay, they were made for video, right?
This was the last one that was actually made for the theater.
That was in the theater.
This got a theatrical release.
Okay, well, I'll tell you what about the whole franchise, and I think I'll just speak up to about Leprechaun 4. That the box art, the posters got me so invested. I mean, the first one, he's peeking from behind a door. He's kind of far away. You can't really make out his face, which is kind of the point because it's like his face is hidden for the most part of in the beginning.
Yeah.
But if you look at the poster for Leprechaun 2, he's holding a candle very sinisterly. His hair has grown out. Very cool. He's let his hair grow out. Yep. There's actually not really any continuity from part 1 to part 2. There's so many things that have just been like ignored. So whatever. But the point is this movie, all the Leprechaun movies should not be as fun and or as successful as they are. But yet when you get a world class, and I'm not saying this tongue in cheek. I'm saying this correctly. A world-class actor by the name of Warwick Davis.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
When you latch on and you get them to buy in, okay? This is the same thing that they did with like Corbin Burnson, right? They got him for The Dentist. I mean, these are you can name it like the Candyman with I'm blanking on his name. The Tony Todd, right? So like lead. You're talking about yes. like real great actors, and they buy into the absurdity that is a Leprechaun, The Dentist, Candyman, you name it. There's something at least that can always be true and always be for lack of a better phrase, it could always be consistent. That's what I was trying to say. So you knew no matter what weird premises it was going to be, Warwick Davis was going to put everything he had into the performance, and he did it masterfully for pretty much, I think, until about part 6. So anyway, there's no reason. I don't have a specific reason as to why Leprechaun works, Lance. It just works. And it's the movies that when I was younger, I would seek them out because, and I'll tell you this right now, as I'm sitting here back in the Slasher's Paradise feeling very good as we are being engulfed by the green. Well done, producer Lance.
You got it.
They're the movies that allowed me to kind of start reconciling with how scared I was of these movies, okay? So Freddy Krueger, Leprechaun, of the same style. They're going to kill you. They are going to make it really bad, but they're going to have their kicks and laugh about it at the same time. And then they talk to you. It's different than a Michael, than a Jason, because if the rules apply, which is just like I am talking to them, so they should be able to listen to me. Maybe you can reason with them, right? Maybe you can get out of the situation, bargain with them. That's what I started to see as a kid. I'm like, oh no, you run into Michael, death, right? For the most part. You run into Leprechaun, maybe as long as you're not messing with him or don't have his gold, you might walk away from it. So these movies were very fun for me because it allowed me to kind of be like, oh, okay, it can be okay. I'm still scared, but it can be okay. Does that make sense?
No, you made a great point because like with Michael and Jason, maybe you'll get like a head tilt and a second of hope. Mm-hmm. Where with Freddy and Leprechaun, you're getting a full-on conversation. Like, oh, I'm out of here. Like, this guy, we're cool. We're good. I'm out of here. And I'm going to make it through. I feel like Leprechaun we've kind of talked about this before, a very silly concept. You kind of mentioned it, like Warwick's depiction of this. He actually changed the version of Leprechaun 1, the original version, which we did an episode about. It was supposed to be a lot more serious. It was supposed to be a lot more dark, and Warwick took it to a different level and said, hey guys, this is going to be more comedic. Okay, there's a way to take this to a funny level, and I think I can take it there. And that's what we got, and that's why Leprechaun was so successful. The first film actually made about $8 million.
How many? How much?
$8 million.
Wow.
So the budget, I believe, go back to the first episode and don't quote me, but it was like under $1 million. I believe it was like
Fantastic.
900,000, somewhere in there. And they made $8 million back. The budget for this one was $1.5 million. They made $2.3 million back.
Okay.
So that's why we kind of went back to home video after this.
But home videos, y'all had to be there. You really did. I mean, you know what? It still exists, but it's different. There's something different about perusing the aisles, seeing physical media, right? Seeing the VHSs, and you know, even when it was DVD, and they had to rope you in with box art at the same time, y'all. These trailers that you see dropped at certain hours of the day, and there's like these launch, stuff like that. There were trailers that were permanently attached to VHS tapes, and I want to say that for Leprechaun, maybe it was Leprechaun 1. I think like a Children of the no. I have it. It's Halloween 6 VHS, and if you put it in and you watch it, there will be a Children of the Corn trailer permanently attached to it. I just saying, like, this is the way that they were able to, and usually it was like Miramax owned a lot of these different properties, so or whoever did, and they were just trying to, make folks be aware of their other properties. But that's how, as far as promotional stuff, it was the trailers that were attached to movies, and then the posters. Yeah. So you just went by and you looked and you're like, ooh, that poster looks fun. Oh, I knew Leprechaun 1. I saw that last year, perhaps. Now here's Leprechaun 2. He's holding this candle and he is being, he has the cityscape behind him. It's very cool. I'm interested. Leprechaun in the city, right? Why is he holding the candle? What does the candle have to do with anything? Why did his hair grow? Lots of questions. So the only way to get them answered is by renting the movie.
That's absolutely correct. It's funny that you mentioned the trailer, because there was one version of the trailer on one specific movie. I don't have it with me right now, but if you plugged in the VHS, you saw a trailer for the Leprechaun. There's a ton of scenes that were not used in this film.
Don't say that to me. Don't.
That's the way it was back then. And we talked about this actually in our first Leprechaun episode. Was like you would check the box art and see a bunch of scenes or a couple of pieces of art that were not actually used in the movie. We actually talked specifically about Halloween 4.
Yeah.
And it was either the mirrors or the lighting on him. Yeah. It was like a smoky light on Michael Myers.
Even Halloween 5, he's like posing by the fireplace. It looks like hey, Michael, stand over there. And it just looked very menacing. We just want to take a photo. I don't know why that's what the photographer sounds like, but here we are.
Sounds like Francis.
Well,
but yeah, that was the thing. Like, so there was literally one trailer out there on one specific film that nobody ever talks about, nobody knows anything about. But there's a ton of scenes that are mentioned and shown in that trailer that did not make it to the final cut of Leprechaun 2. So that was kind of the fun era. Like, we got to see these cool posters. Now the posters are completely different when you see them on digital or whatever.
Oh yeah,
you know, like they try. Like we actually talked about this in the first one as well. Was Jennifer Aniston was then plugged into the poster art. She has a green like film over her because she became a mega
Jennifer
star.
Aniston,
yeah, and the interesting fact about that was she was also offered $25,000 to be a part of this movie, which I know nothing about, by the way. So we're gonna have to get to our pumpkin spice latte in just a moment. But she was offered this, but Friends had just started, so she could not take the money. She could not try to come back for the role. So they had to kind of manipulate some things and rewrite the way that this movie goes down. With that said, Danny, what is our pumpkin spice latte, our St. Patty's Day pumpkin spice latte for Leprechaun 2?
Ah, yes. The St. Patty's Day version of Leprechaun 2's pumpkin spice latte. That is the last time I'm going to do that. Goes as such. Happy birthday, Leprechaun. It's his 1000th birthday. The Leprechaun is now in search of a bride that, if he can find, will allow him to culminate his 1000th birthday. fine. In the way, of course, are the potential bride's boyfriend and other folks who are just not going to allow a leprechaun to steal a woman in this modern day, thank you, and marry her. Now, there are some tricks and some requirements that are necessary to have a bride be the one that will belong to the leprechaun, as a sinister plan of making them sneeze, the bride, sneeze 3 times would solidify the union. Will the leprechaun allow this to happen? Because the only way to break that curse is if you say bless you to the sneezing lass. We'll find out in this watch along of Leprechaun 2. I use the word lass.
Oh, man. That's...
Don't. Do not.
I did not know the synopsis of the film.
Well, here we are.
So here we are. The movie was released on April 8th, 1994. Remember that this is the last theatrical Leprechaun until the last one, Origins, I believe.
Gosh, I'm 9 years old.
The budget was 1.5 million, adjusted to 2 million. The box office was 2.3 million. The director was Rodman Flender. Movie stars Warwick Davis,
Yep.
Siobhan Durkin, Charlie Heath, Sandy Barron, James Lancaster, Kimmy Robertson, Adam Beesk, and Clint Howard.
Oh, yeah.
And I had to mention Clint Howard
Definitely
just for
did.
Danny. That's the breakdown. That's our pumpkin spice latte. I'm excited.
The word is excited, Lance. The word you wanted to use exactly right there is excited. Because we are excited to watch Leprechaun 2 right now. Because let me just say, man, 9-year-old Danny, holy moly, this guy was on his way. And the one thing he liked to do was watch horror movies on VHS. What a time. What a time it was. I'll tell you, the spread was definitely being handled. But I will say, folks, today you have the opportunity to, you're grown-ups for the most part, if you're watching, and you should be a grown-up because this is not for children, unless you're 9-year-old Danny, in which, but the truth is you could make a spread that is very St. Patrick's Day themed. We can do that. I'll tell you, yes, we were right into the shutdown from the pandemic. Like right into it. And St. Patty's Day came along and it was like, don't go anywhere, don't do anything, don't be anybody. And my darling wife and I made shamrock shakes that were spiked.
Right.
Yeah.
You mentioned this.
They had, I did. Bailey's.
Right. You took the mint out of this, right?
Yeah, because that's bullshit, okay?
It's not. But
yes,
it's okay.
it is.
No, it's not.
Okay, next time you want me to, I'll make you a mint shake, and I'm just going to put toothpaste and ice cream, and you can have it. That's what it tastes like to me. Sorry, anyone who's going to try and convince me that mint is good for a dessert.
Oh, it's so good. Mint Oreo, boom.
Okay, you see how convinced you are? Do you see how convinced you are?
Yeah, mint Oreo.
This is how
it's
convicted, how much I am in my convictions that Leprechaun is a fantastic addition to the horror movie franchise, and Leprechaun 2 will be memorable for its own reasons. That's all I'll say. Agree or disagree?
I can't wait to watch it for the first time. Again, I've seen pieces here and there. It's currently on Sci-Fi. It's especially going to be on Sci-Fi this weekend. You can also buy it for like $5.
$5
digitally.
Oh yeah. But you can splurge and do the I believe it's available on most digital platforms, the Pot of Gore bundle, which gives you all the movies, and I saw it as low as $24.99 for about six or seven movies.
I just like the Pot of Gore. That's amazing.
Very good.
All right, are we ready to watch?
I think we are. I think we've set it up enough.
All right, does everyone have their snacks? Everyone has their drinks. Are we ready to go?
Get your spread, and we are still playing the slash word. It's happening.
Yes, slash word was played before the episode, so don't forget your slash word. I'm going to go ahead and say every kill you should take a drink or finish your beer. It's St. Paddy's Day. It's the American style, so we drink for some reason. We celebrate the death of St. Patrick.
I'll tell you something. And I said it, and I know some of these little tidbits are going to be repetitive from. And if I could just touch this real quick, are going to be repetitive from when we did the first Leprechaun episode. But I will say this: I feel some sort of weird connection to Irish folklore and just wanting to visit Ireland and just go to like a bar in Ireland and just like, I don't know, listen and watch, look and listen. You know, it's something about it. I'm not even Irish, not even a little bit. Did the 23andMe? Don't know. But I love the Irish culture for some reason. I'm so attached to it. I love it.
That's awesome.
Yeah, because it was like, I was like, do I have to move to Chicago to do something fun for St. Patrick's Day?
Right. Why is that the thing? Why is it Chicago and not New York?
I don't know.
I mean, New York's just kind of like a plethora of every.
Yeah, you could do
culture,
everything
right?
there. But it's like in South Texas, nobody's doing anything. I'll tell you what it was, Lance. I'll tell you what it was. For St. Patrick's Day, it was like, you better wear green or else you're going to get pinched.
Yeah.
And then some people were like really aggressive with their pinches.
Yeah.
Like, that's not fair. Like, don't be a bully. Just be like, hey, are you wearing green? And some people would be like, my underwear are green. And be like, ooh, show it. And then,
wow,
we went down a hole here.
I love it. Yeah, that was the thing. Green beer, right? That's the thing.
I love green beer.
Green beer.
Mm-hmm.
I remember just getting flat out drunk playing beer pong with green beer, and then the after effects are not fun, but
But the during is a lot of fun.
It's a lot of fun. People just really go all out, especially in America. I hope it's not offensive that we celebrate that the way we do. But
well, we'll give it a shot. If you're not offended now, you will be.
We're watching Leprechaun 2 on the weekend of St. Paddy's Day. We hope that you're enjoying with us. Go ahead and get ready. If you're watching VHS, you should probably plug it in right now. If you're watching digitally, we're going to do a little countdown. Ready? And we're going to cheers on the countdown.
Take me back, Lance.
3, 2, 1. Cheers. Press play. Here we go.
All right. Obviously, right off the bat, we have some Gears situation. This is Lionsgate, yeah? Lionsgate was, they're like the unofficial, they are the official, excuse me, I don't know, unofficial. They are the official Saw owner, yeah?
It was Lionsgate and Twisted
Pictures.
Twisted Pictures, yeah. Right?
Oh, I love
Trimark was the original. I think Lionsgate ended up buying it from Trimark, but Trimark was the original distributor of this film.
Love it.
All right. We're in Ireland, obviously.
How do you know that?
Because it says Ireland. Big print, Ireland. Once upon a time.
So maybe the connection to
ooh, lightning.
All right, so
ominous.
It was very exciting, but then it was also like, nah, it wasn't exciting anymore because there's somebody running through
and panting.
Okay, we're doing the cut in between, showing you a little, kind of reminiscent to the first film. They show you a little bit, then they cut to a part of the credit. Right.
Well, the original was Leprechaun in his pink pants on some stairs.
Yeah, but when Daniel O'Grady is driving and they're cutting between shots of the car driving and the credit. Car driving credit. Now we're getting... Oh,
he's got a shock collar on in 1090.
Really bad teeth. Oh, he's here, baby.
There he is.
Oh.
Okay, different getup. No pink pants. He's got a different hat on.
Okay, so he looks like a bit like a touring gypsy sort of fortune teller.
Okay, he's got some teeth on.
His hair's a lot longer.
The hat.
I've always been a fan. I'm going to tell you, Lance, I was always a fan of the cropped hair from part 1. 2 on, he has long hair. And
Oh, really?
I don't know how much of a fan I was of that.
The concept did change from the first film to this one, and then this one on, the continuity kind of continued from this one.
A little bit.
The pink pants are gone. The socks are different.
Oh,
The hair is different.
okay. So it's established that St. Patrick's Day is his birthday.
Of course it is.
He's 1,000 years old. There's a weird makeup thing happening with
But
this
this
guy
is
on the
not
floor.
modern day.
No. We're back. We're once upon a time.
Of course.
It's this. If y'all are watching, please, I hope you are, because this would be kind of, pointless. But if you're watching, look how he's just like taking a stroll with this
Yeah.
guy. I know this dude's his slave or his, his servant or whatever.
How would you be okay walking next to that?
Okay, there's the trick. There's the ruse.
Sneeze
She sneezes
too much.
once. She sneezes twice. She'll be my bride if she sneezes thrice. And if someone says, God bless you, it's broken.
Okay. So the slave is set free. He's so nice.
He's just having a conversation with him. I mean, yes, this dude is his.
No, I don't trust that shit.
Yeah.
Okay, he just hand shook his slave, but he gave him like that weird like wink without a wink smile.
There's a weird thing with this dude's makeup. Like, did he not have a beard and they put it on? He doesn't look like anybody that we're gonna see.
Oh, the slave?
Yeah.
He does have a weird kind of 5 o'clock shadow going on.
Uh-oh.
Oh. Ooh.
He knew. Twist.
Oof.
How do you like that? Hey, you want your freedom? Great. I'm going to marry your daughter. So which one do you actually value more? Oh, she sneezed once. Second sneeze.
Naked. The lighting is just unreal.
It's harsh.
It is so bright at night. I can't imagine being in 10,000 or no, not 10,000, 1094, 93 or whenever this is taking place and it being that bright at night.
Right. Yeah, that's a very bright moon.
Oh, 3 sneezes.
Ooh, he broke it. He saved her. What a dad.
And he's running.
Yeah, he's running for his life. But nope, he's got the
So
magic.
he's got the shock collar on.
Uh-oh.
It's like Leprechaun knew that he was going to
Look at those wires.
fuck this up. Oh. So the makeup is a lot more harsh on Leprechaun in this one. He's got
Yeah.
more of that moss kind of stuff going on in the cracks.
Oh, it's the eyebrows too.
He's got a lot going on.
Oh, death. Oh, what a fall.
Well, that was pointless.
Well, he placed a curse on him, so he's like,
Oh.
I'll
He's a magician.
reconvene on my next 1,000th birthday. Here we go.
Oh. Oh, okay.
You like that?
Beautiful Scream opening. Yes.
Mhm.
Beautiful.
Now, what we're going to
Yikes.
get here is a fun little...
Okay.
We got to show you the rest of the credits situation.
some sage.
Looks like he's back in his traditional getup of his top hat.
Yep. Got some gold coins. He's got his gold bag.
Yeah, well, that's the bare minimum that the gold does need to be there. But what you're seeing right here, folks, is if you've ever been to Ancestry.com, this is what you would love to see, which is just going to be a lineage, the bloodline, so to speak. Acknowledge it.
Drawings, but no names.
Drawings, but no names. You can see that there is there's
some people.
generations of the women that have descended from the first lass he tried to marry. William O'Day, he said, a curse on that family.
I see. So it's a family thing.
Mhm.
I see.
We're talking about 1,000 years only. This is a lot of
Well,
1,000 years.
so yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of different get-ups. But the great migration from Ireland to...
Two.
Is that the Titanic? No, thank goodness.
It looks like it. 3
Two.
stacks. 4 stacks. That's a Titanic.
I thought the Titanic was 3 stacks.
I thought it was actually 3, but the movie had 4.
Oh,
Right?
sure. We'll do new watch along for Titanic. Set a reminder for an entire weekend. Look at this.
So, United States of America. Now we're in the lineage of America.
I'll tell you what I did. I remember as I'm watching this as a kid, I'd be like, oh, can you imagine all these women that just had no idea that the leprechaun was after them? Because he was
She's
just
so
like, hey, I'm
happy.
just keeping tabs. So presumably he's going down and finding these women, drawing them to make his little...
Oh, he drew these.
I would assume. Look at that. Now we're modern day. You know it's modern day because he's got that jean jacket on.
Okay, this is taking a very long time. Just imagine the leprechaun just like took his little scroll out and was looking through all of this. Soon, my dear. All right.
Okay,
it's
a little bit
almost
of
time.
a little bit of a callback from the original. Oh,
Okay. 1,000 years later. Happy St. Patrick's Day. All right.
But they don't. It's in Los Angeles. I've never seen any sort of decoration for St. Patrick's Day. Maybe I'm wrong.
This looks
But
very New York to me.
It's L.A. It's downtown. Or it's Hollywood. It's Hollywood Boulevard.
Oh, it's definitely LA.
This is like the typical 90s haircut for like a leading man or sort of hero.
Yeah.
The jacket that's just a little too extended past the hands. Those aren't extra. Look at the people like driving by. They're just like trying to see what. This was back when they were like, hey, what's going on? They're just like looking.
They didn't
Look at
shut
them.
down Yeah.
The extras are just like watching.
They didn't shut down the street.
No.
Oh, I love it.
They weren't. They definitely did not have enough budget to shut down the street.
I like the name though. Dark Side Tours. Oh, I love her.
Let me just say, when I was watching this as a kid, and then like every watch after that, I would get so like sad for they're obviously being suckered in, but then I would think about my parents. I'm like, what if they were just like on a trip and like some like really pushy person was trying to get them involved? Like, who would be suckered into what? To like, this is obviously a janky tour. I would not go on this tour.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I would just like feel really bad for these people. And it's all this thing of like, hey, that's probably why I was never a good salesman. It was all like, get the money, make the sale. As soon as you got the money, who cares what happens
Yeah.
after that? I'm like, that's not me.
I was very much the same way. The thing is, like, I grew up in California. I saw a lot of this stuff, so I knew immediately as a teenager beyond, no, I'm not going in. I'm not buying into this stuff. But somebody that's new to LA, you think you watch the movies.
You're in
you
LA,
yeah,
right? It's gotta be
exactly.
better.
I definitely want to get into a hearse and tour the city. Is this a hearse?
Oh, it's a hearse.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, it's definitely a hearse. There we go. Dark Side Tours.
And they just sit in the back. So like, I pay the same amount to sit in the back, not in a seat, as someone who just gets a seat. I should get a discount for having to cram into the back.
That's part of the experience. Is the Dark Side Tours. There should be a coffin back there that you can sit in.
All right, so he's just the wrangler. He's not the one that's going to get them. Who's not going to give them the tour?
Okay.
We're watching with captions, which is funny because some of the captions are right and some of the captions are wrong. Like it just said that he walked in and said morning. He didn't. He said Morty.
Morty. Great.
And just be ready, folks. I am going to say Morty a lot. I love this character.
Big fan of Morty. $. What else is he from? Why do I recognize him so much?
I mean, he's a classic Hollywood actor. He's
Yes,
been in so
but-
much. But I mean, I would be lying to you if I knew. I was like, if I told you, I'm like, oh, he's from this. I know him from Leprechaun 2.
I know him from something else, something horror related. I need to look it up.
I mean, his eyebrows are like going to work, but it's also his it's his delivery. Okay, here's a fun one. Check it out. He's about to take. He's obviously been drinking too much, folks. Like, okay, I don't know if you see it coming, but he's supposed to be giving the tour. He's supposed to be driving around, and he's been drinking too much, right? So, for the longest time, and I want to tell you, like, I never really had a problem with drinking too much. Like, I never did. But like, if ever anybody, and I can maybe count it on one hand, when somebody realistically was like, you sure you want to have another drink? You're gonna see right now. They say it to him. Are you sure? Do you want to have another drink? And his reaction was my reaction because I stole it from him. It is such a grandiose way to respond to somebody who wants to cut you off from drinking.
No.
Right here. It was that. How dare you?
Oh, I love that he passes out. I'm as dry as could be. Done.
I don't know what it is. Is there something about like an older man who is drinking just like by shots or straight liquor as we are, and has the like the lip smacking about it. Like he is savoring. He is so thirsty. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. He actually makes it look really good. You know what I mean? Like he's like almost chewing on it.
Look at his eyebrows. They're on fire.
Dude, they are nuts. It's got its own hairline. This movie is so bright.
It is.
Like,
I mean, I think they do take their moments to be less bright, but this one is very, very well lit. But there's something about the way that Morty is delivering his lines.
this happens a lot.
Tear it out of your chest and throw it on the floor.
This happens a lot in horror films. We get one really good old school actors who are like, fuck it, I'll do a horror film. And everyone else is like brand new. You know what I mean? And it's just this weird clash of like, come on, kid. Like,
like
get up to my level.
Like
here.
hop to it. I wouldn't be surprised if Sandy Barron here was actually smashed. That's how good of an actor he is. He's making me question it.
Yeah, no shit.
What? You charge two couples $20 at most a piece. And he said there's almost $300 here.
Wait, I'm confused. Is Cody's job just to get customers and then Morty's to drive?
Morty's the tour guide.
So what is Cody?
That's his
the
uncle
wrangler?
apparently. But yeah, he's the wrangler, and that's his job. I'm sure he gets a cut. But
so the people are just literally sitting in the hearse right now waiting for a ride.
that's my biggest thing every time. I'm like, they're just sitting in here. Also, I have a problem with this bar decorated for St. Patrick's Day on St. Patrick's Day. This should have been up
I know.
already.
But realize like that's the American way now is that we celebrate shit month and a half in advance. If it's Halloween, it's 4 months in advance. If it's Christmas, it's 3 months in advance.
Yeah, but those are the big ones, right?
Yeah, but I feel like 4th of July is kind of one of those too. You know, I feel like it's like a month. But back then, like I remember celebrating Halloween on the day of Halloween. We made our graveyard the day of.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah, it was fun.
Let me just say, look at this setup, right? If I could make this a great tour if you were going into it. Look at where they're stopping. It's like it's when these tours do something like they stop in a corner, like this is the corner where Bela Lugosi once stepped. Like, shut up. Like, go to something that looks decrepit, that looks scary.
Right.
Make that a part of your tour. Don't you? Like, I'll tell you, when we went to Salem and they give the Salem tour, like that was like very good because when you went to the spots and you're like, this once was, you're like, shit, it actually looks like.
Yeah, there it is.
It's like you go to a Kmart, like this used to be the house. What?
Yeah,
we're
I
at a
don't care.
Kmart.
That's the funny thing about Salem is everything's been relocated, but it's all close together.
Yeah.
It's not where it really happened, but that is the actual house. This seems very real. Somebody coming out of the house that you're touring and yelling at you. I'm sorry, but the people in the back of the hearse cannot see anything.
Just gives me so much anxiety. Like, these people are being had. And also, thank you so much. I have never paid attention to how bright everything is. Like, they are lighting the hell out of it.
Like, they're almost washed out completely.
Okay, see, here, this is a good stop. But you can also tell, look, you see, they actually, this is a pretty good one. I also do want that Hollywood hat.
I'll make it for you.
Thank you.
I had that bat. That bat hanging from the ceiling, I had that.
Your first jump scare of the evening.
Okay. It's so bright. It was just a dude on the street.
So apparently this is Harry Houdini's, where Harry Houdini's mansion is. Is that real? Did Harry Houdini have a mansion in LA? Do you know?
It sounds familiar, but I can't confirm.
Well, that's what I'm talking about. If you're going to do a haunted tour or anything like that, like, look at this. There's a plaque on this old looking tree. To our friend Harry Houdini from the people of Killarney, Ireland. Well, we know leprechauns from Killarney. The genius of Killarney. Oh. Canadian whiskey!
Is it?
Yeah. Says it on the bottom.
It literally says Canadian whiskey.
Yeah, they couldn't get Crown Royal.
Oh, we got some magic happening here. The bottle is
Look, there's those
crawling
lip smacks again. He's like, God, I'm really thirsty. Let me just say, drinking hot liquor
does not quench a thirst.
No. Oh. Here we go, folks. This has been a long burn, a long setup of a moment. We have been doing this, at least I have been doing this quote since probably the inception of Slasher's Paradise.
Yeah.
We are about to see it. You're about to see it paid off, Lance.
This is why we're here.
By the man himself, the Leprechaun, who is emerging from the tree.
Oh, it's kind of like the cover of the first film.
Ooh, good call.
I guarantee they did not do that on purpose.
Yeah, but how did he... So what? He got to... They shipped a tree to Harry Houdini?
Killarney.
Here we go.
Oh, it spits it out. There it is, folks. Danny, you even say it. You got to say it now.
Blended Canadian. The only whiskey's Irish whiskey.
And look, we know something about the Leprechaun established in the first movie. He is going to do whatever it takes to get gold. So he spotted some gold on this man's tooth. Did he speak in rhyme the whole part one? Because he has done nothing but speak in rhyme in this movie.
I think they're just really leaning on it. I don't remember
every time he speaks.
There was a few rhymes in the first one, right?
Yeah, this one he does not let it up for the most part.
That's just clever writing.
Ow!
Oh, that's snap. Teeth do not sound like that when they pop out.
Well, do you think that hurt?
Maybe. Oh.
Boy, I'd have a way bigger reaction if you just put whiskey on my tooth hole.
Yeah, I have like a little scrape on my tongue today. The first taste of whiskey I had just burned the shit out of me. So I would be done. Oh, pot of gold.
It's almost like the pot of gold's a character. It's just like they're like dancing. It has its own like music.
You know, bloody tooth to add to the bank.
All right, so this
Oh
is
my God, does he have the Letmobile in this? Oh no. I can't wait.
hey. There's an Arby's. So what a bummer. So like Cody was the only responsible one. He said, I'll give the tour because we need the money. But it was about meeting everybody at this go-kart event that like these high schoolers all agreed to. That's also in the most well-lit place ever. I cannot
everything
not
is so
look at
well
that,
lit.
man.
Los Angeles is not this well lit.
The hell does that mean? I saved a special crash helmet just for you.
Why does he not have the phone to his ear? There he goes. There's so much tension. Oh my God, there's a dog. Rough. Please watch with the subtitles. The rough made me laugh.
This guy annoys me. He's trying to swoop in and take Bridget away from Cody. But it's that him kneeling down and talking to the Rottweiler and be like, no, these are our friends. Like, shut the hell up, dude. Also, dang. He's kind of dressed like me.
Could you imagine Denise Richards in this role?
Yes. Why was she offered it?
It almost happened. Yeah.
She was offered it, or she auditioned for it?
She was like down to the last call and did not get it.
Wow.
94 Denise Richards in this role. Oh, floor it.
Classic police cruiser. And you know that's LA. Look at all those paid parking areas.
No, nowhere to park. Oh, he's shaking. He might actually be drunk. Morty. Those fucking eyebrows, bro. You can't. I can't stop looking at them now.
No, well, you got me looking at all the well-lit areas, and now you have to look at the eyebrows.
Okay, he was definitely in Seinfeld. I know that.
We're going to look this up right now.
Okay, so Morty is the legal guardian of Cody. Cody just got pulled over. He's in jail.
Yeah, well.
For speeding-ish.
Oh, you know what Morty, Sandy Barron is very well known for?
What?
Leprechaun 2.
Come on.
Yeah, he was in Seinfeld as Jack Klumpus.
I remember him from it. Jack Klumpus?
Yeah, and then there was the Munsters Christmas that did not have the original Munster performers, didn't have Fred Gwynn or anybody, and he was Grandpa.
Nah. That ain't it.
Well, yeah, he is in Seinfeld. He was in Vamp. Gosh, this thing is so bright. Are you sure it's not the settings of the TV? I don't remember it being this bright.
I like the Dare sticker in the back. Were you part of Dare?
No.
Weren't we all?
Well, I guess. Also, like, if you want the cops to believe you, maybe don't be like high-pitched screaming and acting like a fool. You know, you're obviously not going to be taken seriously because, you know, you're saying what you're saying, but you don't have to compound that. I'd be like, yes, a little green hat. I'm like, okay, well, now we know you're full of shit.
Look at that struggle. This is very like TV movie. Okay. Oh, we're doing some magic here.
We are doing some magic. He went ahead and drew on the floor, and is now using his cane that isn't very big.
Somebody throw. It's a quarter. Why does he have a New York accent in LA? Being very American Psycho. Oh, fake finger. It's coming off. Yep.
Just a clean break too. Also, he just ripped off some.
He said finger licking good. Wow.
Let's take a bunch of pictures before production starts so that we can have you look through them. But look at this room. Do you notice anything on the wall there of his posters?
Kind of sporadic.
So he's got The Exorcist and he's got Fright Night. I mean, he's got more, but like, look at that TV. Did you have a TV like that? The twisting?
No, I was a little more modern than that.
Oh. He is seeing this guy kisses.
It's always so funny to me that like 80s, 90s always had a TV at the foot of their bed and their foot was literally on the TV.
Oh, man. Okay, I'm sorry, y'all. I just have to take a moment.
What the hell is
this
that?
is my favorite. Oh, my God. This is the first time I've ever seen that mask. That's from Halloween 3.
It looks like it. Was he a Ninja Turtle?
Okay, so in college, my brother and I tried to do the whole 31 minutes is free thing. They had done away with this in the 90s, maybe to the early 2000s. This thing was gone. It was not a situation.
Yeah,
So it was like, hey, you said you would take between 30 to 45 minutes, and they took like 47 or whatever. Who the hell cares? And I was like, hey, it's free. You're past your time. They're like, that's not a thing.
Yeah.
I'm like, well, sorry.
There's no way to enforce it. I mean, how could you? I feel like that was just like a marketing ploy.
But also, like, he put the pizza down there. He just got it. It's free. What? Eat the pizza.
Why aren't they eating?
Because he's about to show him a card trick.
Yeah, but but it's fresh pizza and it's free. Card tricks.
Yeah, but that's like... It's supposed to be a moment. Like, it's zoomed in on him. The music changed.
Oh, it's a hidden Mickey. Sorry, go ahead.
Look at this guy. He thinks that because he was just a human being to Bridget, that he is somehow owed something, and because she's on a spat with Cody. Look at him.
What an idiot. I bought you chili dogs.
Hey, listen, if you bite me chili dogs, I'll kiss you on the mouth. Ooh!
What did she even do?
I think she was like a punch to the sternum.
It kind of looked like she had a pool stick and she's like, yeah, look at this, sir.
We still haven't had a kill, right?
I mean, technically,
we've
the
had
slave
maimings.
was
Oh yeah, the
next
yeah
snap.
his yeah.
This is very nightmare dream sequence. You literally just saw her walk into the house, and now she's in the garage.
Wearing a different shirt. Maybe just took the jean jacket off. But here's the thing. Here they are. I think they're establishing the lore of Leprechaun, I believe. This is where you start to take like steps of like what are his powers actually. He could make things like move and stuff like that. I love that part. He gets so tickled at his own magic. But like if he can make people believe and look at things that aren't really there, that is very Freddy. I feel like you almost make him too powerful. That why would he even struggle?
Yeah. If you're not giving any context that he only has a certain amount of magic, then we're kind of stuck in this. Well, why doesn't he always use that?
I want to tell you folks that there's about to be some nudity.
Oh.
But here's the thing. Anytime, and I mean anytime I was watching this movie, this is the only time that there's nudity. This was the time that my parents would walk in and see that I was watching.
Of course.
This is, and you saw how brief it is. It's over. There's no more nudity. But that's when they would walk in and be like, "Oh, how nice." Okay, well, it's back a little bit, but it's like, "Oh, how nice, real nice."
Yeah, real nice. Turn it off, Danny.
It's like the same thing with wrestling. They'd be like, all this programming of like wrestlers, and then the time that the girls would have a match, and it was like they were in scantily clad.
Oh, the
like,
puppies match. Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah. Right. Ah, what? No.
Was it the lick? Was it the lick to the teeth?
It was. I mean, Leprechaun was so into that. He delivered that perfectly.
I'll never get over him. Have you ever had RC Cola?
Yes, I grew up on RC. I don't know where to get it anymore.
It's out there. You know what? I'm gonna have some RC Cola today, tomorrow, someday. I'm gonna have it very soon. Wow, that's red. Is she a photo developer?
In the middle of the house. I wish I had that doorbell. Was it Halloween? Yeah. What?
He's trying to make up. Also, like, what was that thing that the leprechaun used to saw that dude's face off? Was that a lawnmower that was like upside down?
I don't know.
But I also have to like, who has this in their garage? I think it was I don't know.
It was a double bladed thing that was like taking place of the girl's nipples.
But it was
it made no sense.
Until famous last words. Ah!
Oh, wow.
Did you see him? He just snuck in. It's like when you see like, oh.
Is that the same couch from Halloween?
Oh. It might as well be. All right, he's trying to make her sneeze.
Oh my God. If he came out and pinched his nuts right now, I would lose it.
Doesn't that count?
What?
Well, I don't know what Gesundheit translates to.
Oh.
You're just not supposed to say bless you. And
well, there's got to be 3, right? Oh, there's 2. Goblet. Wait, did he say it or not? The subtitle said he did.
Can't trust subtitles nowadays.
Damn it.
Good scream. Maybe it's just me, but if I ever see somebody like making pots or anything that's above me shake and they're obviously controlling it, I don't just stay looking at it. I'm like, oh, that's obviously going to fall. So I move.
Right. That's the point of it shaking. I'm still very confused about the red light.
About the what?
The red light. Are we really developing photos in the middle of the hallway?
Warwick Davis rocks. He did not half-ass this performance at all.
No, 100% in. That is not a ring.
Oh,
okay.
To have control over her. That's what I do. That's the same motion I do, the same noise I make when they're pouring the orange chicken onto my plate at Panda Express.
Yes. Oh,
There's
man.
your clip for the trailer. Oh, you dropped his gold.
Uh-oh.
One got away.
Cody's got it, of course.
So at least it looks like they're going to set up the whole thing of he knows how much gold is missing, maybe?
Oh my! Mallet to the foot. Why is it? What? Why is it burning him? Danny, please explain why.
I can explain. It will be explained later. But however, or if you don't, at least in the next one too, there is a new aspect of the lore that is added to a leprechaun. Either something that could hurt him, or something that he likes, or something that he's known for. In part one, it was obviously you will kill him with a 4-leaf clover.
Right.
Apparently, there's this thing that a leprechaun cannot touch iron.
Oh, okay.
So that might come into play a little bit later. So here he actually looks a lot more like the first leprechaun. That face right there looked a lot more like the makeup in the first part.
It's funny you say that because this is like his lair or whatever. It's the steps from the first scene of the first movie. Or it reminds me of it, at least.
So it's like a timeless portal. Like he has all these areas in which he could transport to, because there's no way that he's always just been stationed at the Houdini Center in America.
He's got quite a laboratory over there.
Look at him. He's got a little drink cart.
Okay.
Hey, he takes a drink. We'll take a drink.
Hey.
Why not?
Cheers.
Oh!
Oh! And she's
this is not doing the set any favors, it being as well lit as it is.
No. This is very Friday the 13th, 2009. Jason's lair.
Jason's underground lair. Ooh, what kind of games?
Bedtime for Bridget.
I would have called it burrito for Bridget.
It's a good call.
Thank you.
Oh, they have children?
We might have a fun thing that I'll share with y'all a little bit later, if I remember.
Oh.
I think we have to listen to this in its entirety because it's pretty absurd.
A litter?
I love this part so much. It's so funny. This work I have to do, and he's like talking about disfiguring her, but he just like takes it so like nonchalantly.
My thing is like, why choose her then? You know what I mean? Like, you've got to do so much work on her.
Right. Oh, I just understood now what he meant by that.
Please explain. I'm so
He's foreplaying with her with his gold.
Of course.
Let's be together over Leprechaun's gold. So it is assumed that he's about to... Oh, thank God. So frantic. He was about to do the most ungodly thing to her, while just being all with the gold, because he's a leprechaun and that's probably the thing that turns him on the most. But he just realized that, thank God, there's a freaking piece missing.
Okay.
Denise Richards lost this role? That's kind of messed up. I shouldn't have said that. Hey. I mean, look, I'd be pretty, like, pissed off that now I'm going to have to marry this leprechaun, but at least he's going to be entertaining. He's over here doing magic tricks.
That I know. I mean, he pulled something out of her. A curtain. Literally. Oh, man.
He said it.
He said it.
He said it.
Kiss me, I'm Irish.
He gets so
it.
tickled, man.
I love his run out of scenes.
All right, he told
I thought
her,
she was
he's like,
chained down.
you can try to escape, but it's pointless. You ain't getting out of here. Oh,
This is nightmare to me.
yeah, this is definitely Nightmare on Elm Street.
You just
So this
wake
is
up in
94 at
different
this
areas.
time.
Yeah.
We've seen, what, at least 4? 5.
Cody.
He needed that. He needed that paper that said Cody.
This is escalating very quickly.
Yeah,
I like it.
yeah. There's like a whole like whodunit thing, or a whole crime investigation.
Yeah.
Oh, she's mad. Oh, look at that set design. It looks like a paper mache.
It's like a blanket.
Looks like a boil.
Like a mushroom.
Look at these perfect rocks. These are the ones you need to be finding so that you can skip across the lake.
Across the lake.
Yeah.
That's right.
Look at her. She thinks she's got the plan. She might have a plan here. Let's gather all these rocks and see what I'm going to do. Look at Morty.
I didn't see it. I didn't see shit. No, get out of here, kid.
Yeah, if I want somebody like to be
Again, the lighting lights up
haven't
his
seen him.
brows
Go over here.
perfectly.
Hey, look at that KFC. I want to go.
Morty. Is that literally the mask from Halloween 3?
It looks like it. It looks like it's very. You don't have it, right?
I mean, I can't get it.
Wait, let me just see it from here. If there's a tooth missing, then it is. If they go back and there's a tooth missing, then it is the mask from Halloween 3. We're not going to see it again.
Of course not. And now they're sitting.
All right, so now he's going to try and get Morty to believe. Morty, the swindler of all swindlers, is going to try to get Morty to believe that there is a leprechaun here. He's like, look at this gold here. What is rot?
Rot? Not like rotted iron, but wrought iron.
Wrought iron with a W. And they have their little shoes. There's a very weird. I don't know if it's weird, but there's a very like they're kind of circling them. It's just like they're like planning to like rob a bank or something. But he's like,
Yeah, it doesn't quite match what's happening. The way that the scene is shot is usually, you're right, like a collaborative thing. Like
Yeah.
something's about to happen. We are going to do this. This is just information that we need. All the information.
I think it was another thing that I like. Even that.
He could even cross his fingers though.
They're all calloused. I love that Morty was just like, he's like, oh, okay, it's real. And now, like, hey, be a little bit more smart. I'm already ahead of the game.
This reminds me of the scene from Screen 5, 6 in New York.
Oh, and the fire escape?
Yeah. Look at them paying homage to Leprechaun.
Hey, I told you, it's deep-seated in a lot of good stuff, folks.
Sure.
What I was going to say was, so now every time he sees a leprechaun, he's freaking out. Okay, so he saw like a little statue. But here's the point. The point is like, I don't know if it was Leprechaun or any other movie after that, but for sure in Leprechaun, it's where I definitely saw him not be afraid to show himself.
Yeah.
You know, like a lot of like killers like use the guise of the shadow and being like hidden and stuff like that. With Leprechaun, he just never cared about being like, oh no, guess what? I'm real and I need my gold back. He doesn't care that he lets you know that, you know, leprechauns are real. Magic exists.
Maybe that's why I never really feared him, because it's just like, oh, he's there. You know what I mean? Like, he's not in the shadows. The shadows scare me.
Yeah, but that was a thing about it. Is like it was allowing me to reconcile. I'll be like, okay, so this is. God, I love anytime Morty. Anytime Morty says his little like isms, he's just like so into it, and it's like I would like to have somebody that is a friend like that, but not somebody that like I rely on as an employer. You know what I'm saying? He's like somebody that I'll go get a drink with Morty. He's probably got a lot of great jokes. Oh, now
those
he's
shoes
done
do
it.
not fit.
Those shoes do not. Yeah.
It's not the Leprechaun.
Charlie don't surf.
Dude, this guy's been in so much.
Yeah, he's in Bad Santa. So much.
I didn't know he was around this long. 94.
All right, here we go. He obviously thought of something. And now I'm going to tell you, folks, the time has come to where I need to tell you right now that this scene upcoming right here, as soon as he gets to the bar and starts talking to Morty, as soon as that starts happening, this is the best scene in horror movie history.
Oh, boy, Danny.
Okay?
Oh, please don't quote
the
Danny
absolute best scene in horror movie history. I don't know why. I can't even tell you why. Just watch it in its entirety. Here it comes now.
All right. We got Cody and Morty at the bar. Why is Morty so chill in this scene?
Something's not registering, right? Why hasn't Morty reacted? Look at him! Look at him across the bar!
I wish in my younger day...
You would watch this?
No. That when I was hitting on girls at the bar, I could just magically appear next to them after making the eye contact from across the bar.
Were you doing that with your hands?
Yeah, I'm clicking, and then I'm just like, boom, there. You know what I mean? It's a great pickup.
Look at this. Morty is trying to, like, obviously, he's got a plan, right? But he's over here like, hey, everybody, look at this person that is obviously a leprechaun. And the leprechaun's just looking around like, well, I don't care. I'm really concentrating on getting my gold.
Dude, that dead stare into Morty, though. He doesn't break eye contact.
Ha ha ha! He can't drink. Like, what the hell? What the hell's so funny? I love that. Are you kidding? He's a killer, and he's over here like, yep. Thank you so much. He's like a normal person, so it's like he doesn't follow the same rules as like a lot of the boogeymen in.
No,
it's. I mean, you could like.
it's like Freddy in the real world. You know what I mean? Like Freddy's dream world is in our real world because everybody sees him right now. The joke is supposed to be on him.
Well, the joke is on him because if you'll remember from the beginning, when they gave Morty the red special rye, we know that that's not whiskey. But what the leprechaun is drinking is definitely whiskey. It's something about the fact that he is just sitting across the bar, clicking his hands and staring. Like, take the hilarity out of it. Take that out of it. How terrifying, Lance, is it if you are sitting at a bar, you look across and plug and play, whoever, and they're just staring at you, unfazed by the fact that they are surrounded by a full bar of people. He is unfazed by that. That should bother you. And that's why it's terrifying. That's why Morty adds to it by being frozen in that moment, just staring at him. And it's just like, to me, I've always loved it for its hilarity, but also for its kind of creep value. Does that make sense? Am I allowed to say all this?
It makes sense. In my head right now, for some reason, I'm plugging Michael Myers into that scene. Him at the end of the bar clicking.
Okay, yeah. Plug and play. Whoever you want to put. I think I still have a hair from the wig.
All right, Garth.
It's like tickling me. But yes. Okay, so Bridget's got a big plan.
Where did the stones go?
They are disappearing because the leprechaun's house has many surprises.
Oh.
And one of them...
Oh, he's drunk. Oh, he's done. It's bottles of whiskey.
Now he's about to make...
That was his worst rhyme of the whole movie.
Yeah, because he's wasted. Ooh, he rhymed back in his face. Uh-oh. Anyone ever tell you not to... Oh, I stole Morty's line. He's trying to use his magic, but he's under the influence.
I love drunk leprechaun magic. This is amazing.
Did you ever think you'd see that?
Watching him concentrate. Oh.
Oh! I wish this shot would have shown him just hauling ass
I know.
down the
That'd been
street.
great.
I mean, he vanished, but like...
I love how fast paced this thing is. Like, there's no feeling at all. It's, I blew it. It was 2 seconds ago, Morty.
Yeah, like it was a pretty good idea. You at least got him wasted.
You got smashed over the head with a bottle.
But the leprechaun didn't like put it together when Morty's over here drinking multiple bottles of whiskey, quote unquote, and nothing's happening to him. He got had big time. So
I'm kind of digging the Princess Leia thing with Bridget.
yeah, well, she thinks she's found something here. She broke his little padlock, and this is gonna give her Guinness. How good do you think that Guinness is? How bad, also?
Yeah, beer does go bad. FYI. Cold pipe.
Do you love the little music that's in the background?
I know. I keep hearing it, and I do appreciate it.
This will show him
The hell is that?
an ice pick.
Oh, I love the whiff sound.
If you thought that this movie could not get any more funny? Enjoy this scene.
Is he trying to sober up?
Yes. You recognize the actor?
Not yet. Oh shit, Mad TV.
Yep.
Stewart.
Yes. I always wanted him to elaborate on that because he's like, I'm not an elf or a dwarf. And we're like, oh shit, do you know elves and dwarves? Where are they? Dang. Just zingers about his height.
I feel like I've seen this scene so many times over every other scene in this movie. It was very much a Mad TV scene. He's just doing his Mad TV shtick. Here we go. Oh?
Oh boy. Depending on where you're watching it, this might be censored, which I just realized. If anybody's watching on Sci-Fi, it'll be like commercials and such. So find it for free, folks. They would always cut this part out because it's pretty graphic.
Oh, we're steaming the face. This is like 94, so this is like right when Starbucks was probably getting out of Seattle. Oh.
Wow, that looked like a berry cobbler.
Like a crushed tomato. A berry cobbler. What did that mean?
What? Good thing he had the key. Mm-hmm.
And juice sticks for the dog.
Oh, so Morty's industrious. He will break into anywhere. Ah, they're going to use that.
For what?
To trap him.
Ah.
Give me a hand with this stuff. Yeah, let me get that.
That is on rollers.
As a safe that doesn't seem to be.
They are pretending
practical.
that it is heavy and it is definitely on rollers. I'm just saying.
But, like, should a safe be on rollers?
No. You're breaking my arm. I've literally heard my dad say that quote before. You're a freaking security guard.
Also, like, maybe I'm just naive to the whole thing, but, like, some security guards are, like, packing, right? Like, they can have guns.
Some.
Yeah, well, this one does. This is supposed to be a go-kart park, and they just have all these. That is the biggest beware of dog or dog door I've ever seen. Like, I can fit through there.
Or a leprechaun can fit through there.
Mm-hmm. This might come into play. Wow, the security officer's got a revolver. He's probably one of those security officers like, well, I can never pass the police test, but I bring my own heat from home, like Tackleberry from Police Academy. Don't worry, I've got my own.
A revolver was standard issue back in the day, right?
Yeah, I guess.
But he's not a cop. He's security.
He's a freaking security
He's a
guy.
freaking security guard.
Have you seen that? Have you seen that video where it's the security footage of somebody of thieves? They like fall through. Oh, he's back to rhyming.
This is like where the pogo stick death happened in the first one.
Yep.
This is very familiar.
There's always a in the shop, in the office kill. The same continues in part 3.
Really? Oh no. Like the green lighting. Very well done.
Green lighting.
Yeah.
Very well done.
Thank you. He's a security guard.
Who's he using all these like phrases? Book 'em, Dano. God, I love that scene. Morty still has a right hook. Oh no.
Oh, and there's a.
I love that about Morty though. Like,
Not, yeah, it won't sell out.
yeah, he's not a sellout for the people that he cares about or for the things he does.
At least
Oh.
Leprechaun doesn't kill dogs like Michael.
Moving on. Ugh.
There he goes. Oh,
Did you see it?
oh. Okay.
Yes, it was a ruse.
I get it.
Now
Oh.
he's in the wrought iron safe.
How convenient is that? Isn't he standing on it? Ah. How
You can tell
perfect.
something's up, right?
Oh, 100%. Yep. The Morty heel turn.
Morty couldn't help himself, folks. Folks, let me tell you something about this scene that's coming up. This scene has stood out for a while, for all time, in Leprechaun franchise for one of the more gruesome scenes. And we just saw someone get their face melted.
Yeah.
So he's going to get his 3 wishes.
This scene reminds me a lot of Demon Knight, actually.
Mm-hmm.
There's a scene in Demon Knight that this is like,
Well, if you like it, more power to you.
right.
Well, if you like it, more power to you. With a sponge.
Yes, it's very. Yep. Morty's got his gold. Wasn't specific on where he would get it.
You never trust a leprechaun. You had to have been very, very specific, but the special effects, very practical, are, well, enjoy. Oh, look at that.
Oh no. Morty got the whole pot, huh?
So he made him waste a wish to wish him out of the safe, but he's going to make him open it anyway. So he could have just done that.
Oh. Dude, that pot is just coming out of his
Look at
stomach. Oh.
I mean, acting. He's going for it.
The eyebrows. Really going for it. And he's out.
Oh, no. That's the pot calling the kettle black.
Yeah.
I guess we all saw that coming eventually. Morty just could not help himself. Ay, ay, ay.
I'm just thinking of Morty in that much pain. It's like after
He would've already
Thanksgiving dinner. You know what I mean? It's like
I mean, like,
that's kind of how I felt.
get it out of me, but also like, you know.
No blood or anything on the pot of gold.
No, the pot of gold is impervious.
Ooh, that's creepy.
Love that part too. So this pretty much looks like it's the end of the hijinks here at the go-kart park. Oh no, the security guard seems to be back. Lance, you asked me a question earlier about
Oh no!
if he had.
The Lep Mobile, is it coming?
Oh, it's coming.
Oh man! You know what? I'm glad it's back.
Yeah, it is back.
Is it the same like Pinto from or?
It's been upgraded.
Okay.
I won't say that it's anything past.
It is so creepy to see the Leprechaun doing female or children voices.
Here we go. There he is.
Oh, it's painted.
I want me gold.
Oh yes.
40 clovers? No. Look at that. Did you see that gear shift?
Just cranked it down. Oh, he's hauling ass.
Look
What's on
at
top?
that
What
thing.
is what is on top? What is that?
I don't know, but that stud driver scared the crap out of me. Because he was wearing like a leprechaun face.
Well, that revolver didn't do much.
Gotcha. Why do you care? I mean, it's like that's insensitive. But look at this.
Oh. Oh man, he's hauling ass.
Gear shift. Now, what's about to happen
Oh, what?
is something that I have quoted forever. The leprechaun. Here comes. He knows what's up.
Ah.
New wrinkle. Hold on. I love that line so much. He's so flustered and he's like, dang it, you figured it out.
Oh.
Yes. Folks, a new wrinkle into the leprechaun lore. If you have a piece of his gold, he cannot hurt you. So let's count them. We've got wrought iron. You have a piece of his gold. And then 3 sneezes. And then I guess wishes was always there. So
I'm just trying to remember the first movie. Chubby had a piece of gold that he ate that was in his stomach, right?
Mm-hmm.
How did he get it out?
Don't know. They have taken liberties with it, but yeah.
That whole scene, by the way. Okay, go ahead.
But he should have been impervious, yes.
That whole scene, by the way, reminds me of Freddy versus Jason. When Freddy tries to make his first kill, but he doesn't have the power yet.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and he goes right through the shadow of Freddy goes through. And the guy's like, I'm okay. And he runs away. And Jason gets up.
Oh. She's changed.
Wait. Is that the same material that he did the magic trick with?
That's what he pulled. He pulled out a dress.
Oh, he did pull out a dress. I see.
She teased her hair.
Oh, she's
Aquanet is on fleek, I think, as they say. All right, look at her. Look at these cowhides that they got from like Pier 1.
Imagine that furry claw on you, Danny.
Look at his face right here. That was her big plan, to stab him.
And she's... Oh, no.
My favorite awl? A-W-L? What's an awl? Let's search. What is an awl? An awl is a small pointed tool used for piercing holes, especially in leather.
Okay.
That's
So,
what
yeah,
he
okay.
had there, and it was his favorite one. His dad gave it to him.
I want to know about the Leprechaun's dad now.
Me too. I want that whole, I want that whole journey. I want to know about his dad and like,
Is
what? That was inconsistent.
Not at all.
Hey, but this like electric guitar underscoring.
Okay.
Gosh, this is so 90s. And like, what is that vest? It doesn't fit him. But that was what? That was the 90s, right? Super layer off, after
man.
super layer.
So, yeah. Like oversized sweatshirt, oversized vest, oversized jacket, 3 layers. Guessing there's a t-shirt under there somewhere.
Yes. Wearing LA Knights. Not LA Knights, BK
No.
Knights.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did they paint cockroaches?
What is that? Is that a cockroach?
Supposed to be.
It looks very kind of CGI floated off of him, no?
Yeah, but it's 94. Did they? Yeah. He ran away.
What?
What the hell is going on?
Oh.
That's what she should have done from the beginning, is try to pick the lock.
You imagine in this situation looking at something and saying, what a cliche.
What is he like? Like someone who's doing reviews for like the HHN mazes, just walking through and be like, what a cliche, dude! You're being chased by a leprechaun that just killed your uncle. Like, come on.
Or is he chasing the leprechaun? Because remember, the leprechaun ran away from him.
Yeah, but still, Morty's dead. Oh, so this is supposed to be the servant in the beginning. He's got the thing around his neck.
I'm sorry, but Scary Movie 2 ruined skeletons for me.
Oh, yeah. Here we go. I can't get over these rugs. These things were just bought at like Sears. And I'm sure there's a lot of
Sears? Well, Sears was around back then. That's right.
hell yeah, and JCPenney. Wear your Sunday's best, kids. We're going to Sears. Oh. Here we go. Look at those little slippers.
All I hear in my head is, Cindy! That's a skeleton.
All right. Now she's going to try and pick the lock when it's all been bent. All right. Can you imagine? Poor servant, dude. That dude has been just in limbo forever. I mean, he did place a curse on the O'Day family, so.
That's true.
Look at this sunlight trying to pierce through.
What is the lighting here? It's like the lighting from Halloween 5.
Ouch. So on top of the thorns and stuff, he's actually jabbing him as well.
Oh, wait, there's no thorns.
A leprechaun's
okay.
home has many surprises. Are you enjoying yourself, Lance? This is kind of ridiculous, but are you enjoying yourself?
I'm enjoying my company, Danny.
Yay! Oh, I think that's a GIF. I think that is a GIF. Oh, that's so amazing. You're kidding. You're kidding. A latch? A little fail-safe latch?
Oh, no.
Oh, wow. Hulk Hogan. Yeah, they are fine tuning this makeup from between 1 and 3. Yeah, obviously this one. Look at him. He's just so tickled.
It's funny the way that he walks with the platforms that he's on. It almost looks like a little person on stilts. You know what I mean? Just these long kind of legs. It's just an interesting look at the way he walks. Oh man!
Now this is like either the cavern. Looks like very much like Alien 3 or Resurrection. I'm not sure which one, but it also reminds me of Fire in the Sky when they get abducted by the aliens.
Ah, yeah, I can see that. It kind of reminds me of House of Thousand Corpses.
Oh, that's probably way better. Yeah. He has one green lamp.
He's got a lot of lighting in there, though.
Yeah. Track lighting. Oh. We're not even going to cut away because same thing is going to happen.
Oh, interesting.
Better than the ones you just had?
Oh, I saw the cut. Did you see the cut?
I missed it.
You could see it. Oh, something.
You were holding her hand. Why'd you lose her?
Yeah, something in the background changes. You can actually see the cut and something changed. Nah, that ain't Bridget.
Oh, you knew already? Is it because her hair is more teased?
It just makes sense. It can't be Bridget.
Something about her voice. Please. Sound like a very crisp kiss.
Yeah.
Well,
She was heavy on that bottom lip.
here you go.
Oh, oops. Prop got stuck in her hair.
Oh, sound boom.
Oh, it's cringy.
Yeah.
I knew it.
But also, like, the leprechaun was like, I'm going to make this convincing, so we're going to kiss, bud.
I didn't even think of that. It's funny to skip that gore.
Oh, my God.
Oh, he's dead.
I don't want to, like, really, like, tear this performance apart, but
Do you think Denise Richards could have done better?
probably. That's what I should have said to Caitlin. Ooh!
Oh, okay.
Oh, he got it from the guy in the bar. You can't outsmart a genius. Leprechaun over here doing the stanky leg. Look at him. Oh, no.
Oh,
There's your budget. I don't know if dynamite's really expensive. All right, I will say something about Leprechaun 2. All the best parts of it are definitely done because this is the end of the movie. But there's one thing about this movie that has never sat well with me at all, ever.
just one part.
It's just one part specifically. This is going to have one of the most abrupt endings ever, and I'm not joking.
That was it. What? Oh.
That just came out of nowhere. You thought a couple of things, right? You probably thought he threw. Why the zoom in of the coin if we're not even going to revisit it, right? Like he probably could have like reached for the coin
I
or
was waiting
something.
for a Freddy Claw or something to come
But
out.
even if that's going to be your choice to end it right there, they should at least come down the steps and like walk into the frame and like maybe like do a Spider-Man swing or something. I don't know, but something instead of them just, hey, let's go down the stairs, look back, oh, let's kiss, hard cut. Maybe something happened that ruined the footage. Who knows? But that's the choice, and that's how Leprechaun 2 ends. Thank you all if y'all are still here watching with us. We really appreciate it. Lance, did you have fun?
What? Wow.
Yes.
Okay, so I think I mentioned something about the pace of the film. That was just like it felt like it was on fast forward, and then it was just over.
Yeah, it's like they had like a tie out, and they were wrapping them up from the studio. Hurry up, wrap it up, wrap it up, wrap it up, and then they were just like, that makes sense. But like, obviously that doesn't make sense because it's a movie. You put this together in post. Yeah, that's one of. It's not the only, but it's one of the main things about this movie that kind of takes me out of it. I'm like, gosh, you didn't have at all a clean ending. It just kind of it's a clean cut.
What
That's
movie am
about
I
it.
thinking of? The Raimi brothers that did the grocery store one.
Gosh, yes, I can't remember it, but I've seen it. I just can't remember it. It's
thought
early.
that
It's
was
ear-
the most abrupt horror ending ever until I just saw that. I'm gonna look it up right now because we got to know this.
So now let me also tell y'all folks, is if this movie is playing and you are maybe watching this on a date night or something like that, and this is the time you're like, hey, we got through this. Maybe it's time to now look at each other and see what happens at this point. Listen to this music that is underscoring the credits right now. It's like,
It's probably the best part of the soundtrack.
this is the music that was underscoring when Bridget was the lawnmower. So there you go.
When Bridget was the lawnmower.
Yeah, she was the lawnmower. Remember the lawnmower cut off that dude's face?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Hey,
I
they
see.
they do
I know
a special
what you're
thanks to Guinness. Good for them. No animals were harmed during the making of this film. Thank God that Rottweiler survived. He had his beef jerky. And that is, golly, that was really quick credits too. I didn't feel like we were sitting here for any time, but maybe that's what happens when it's a small budget. Up next, we have the Three Amigos.
Intruder, right?
Intruder. Is it
Intruder was the film that I was trying to discuss, or I was trying to think of.
Lance, you do bring up a really good point though with where we're at with where we're at with movie posters and the art that they show when you're watching it digitally. There was a time where they did, I think it was the Pot of Gore collection. I'm not sure. There was this rebranding where they made like it was like an overlay of colors for each leprechaun. Obviously, the Jennifer Aniston one, they added her to the poster, and it's
Right.
green. I think this one, as we can see, if you found it, it's pink, magenta. I think the number 3 is blue. I think number 4 is white. But that being said, it's like there's something lost there. It's like we don't get to really enjoy part of what made them unique, which was the poster art.
Yeah.
But I had the same, and I'm sure eventually we'll get into the Nightmare on Elm Street franchise. That is one of the biggest. Lance is right now just searching for them, and 3 is the poster that you're looking at right
yeah,
there.
that's the original.
But you see 2 and 4 is blue. Those were that rebranding. 4 was it like it kind of did look that way, but it was like a heavier, more like harsher zoom in of his face. And then after I believe 6, which is Leprechaun Back to the Hood,
Mhm.
they get a new person to play Leprechaun, which is Hornswoggle.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
anyway,
Never got it. Never saw it.
yeah,
But
me neither. I think Leprechaun Back to the Hood is where I drew the line because it. I feel bad for Warwick because he was he's a very good actor, and it just wasn't. I think it was just him just being like, well, this is my character, and I need to kind of if I should be in it. If it's gonna be a connection or a continuation of what we've already established, I at least owe it to the character. But like when you have amateurs directing you, that's gotta be frustrating, and I feel bad for that because it like resonates off the screen.
yeah, there was many plans for this film. Originally, it was supposed to be 2 and 3 were shot together as one solid film. Jennifer Aniston obviously fell through. They actually started filming 2 and 3 together with the same actors and characters, and then they threw everything out once they said like no to 3. They threw out all the footage from 2, and then went back and said, well, let's restart 2.
Can you say that again? They shot the movie
The plan was 2 and 3 shot together
with what we just saw, like these actors.
these same actors.
Okay.
They threw out the 3 idea, but they had already shot a good chunk of 2, and then they threw that out as well and restarted.
My goodness.
Yeah. So that's
Maybe that adds to why it cut as abruptly as it did.
it is such a fast paced film. And what we talked about in the first one was like, for me, what I thought, it took a while for that film to find its identity. And then once it did, it was like, cool, this is fun. And, whatever. This movie is just like, boom, 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 boom. Let's get it done. And it's over. Literally. Like the ending is so abrupt.
I mean, I don't know, man. Like, honestly, there has to be something in the vein of this is how much money we have, where we like, are we already over budget? I don't know. Maybe there's something to that. When you deal with these movies that were by and large low budget movies, I guess there's something to that. But I don't know how much changes in the sense of you're intending it to be a theatrical release versus a straight to video. The budget's still money. Like you're still spending that much money to make a direct to video release, as we would see later on. I don't know. It just it didn't look great there at the end.
The whole movie, I mean,
the whole movie was kind of a harsh lighting. Dean Cunday was not consulted on this movie. No.
Yeah, the soundtrack was a little off to me. 94 is a big year for movies, by the way. Like, what came out in this year was like The Crow. Hey, that's relevant. 7 came out in 94. Like, there's a crazy
and then when
transition of
Pulp
films.
Fiction came out as well.
I believe so.
I may be getting my years wrong, but to your point, absolutely.
I've talked about early 90s films kind of struggling to find its identity. I feel like 94 might have been the year that was like, okay, we're going this way. There's some real bangers in that year.
Early 90s horror definitely is the forgotten era of horror.
Yeah.
I wholeheartedly believe that. This installment of the Leprechaun franchise did not do that moniker any favors.
No.
Actually, definitely added to it. So
we talk about lightning in a bottle. That's what Leprechaun 1 was. I mean, less than $1 million. I think it was like 900,000, 925,000 or something like that. And you made $8 million back. This barely made its money back. And again, remember Jennifer Aniston was part of the first one.
Yeah, I'm sure
the movie was held for a while.
If you get Jennifer to return for, part 2, you're whistling a different tune, but like good on her. I think she may have been asked, not recently, but at one point post Leprechaun, obviously, but well into her stardom that she is today, about her feelings about Leprechaun, if she would ever return.
Yeah.
Do you remember what she said or not?
Yeah.
I was just like curious as to like, you have some folks like Johnny Depp who he didn't shit on Nightmare on Elm Street, but he also wasn't like, this is the greatest thing ever, I mean, he decided to come back and do like a small cameo in part 6, like that was fun. And I was just wondering, does she try to, okay, Mark Wahlberg hates talking about Boogie Nights. which is so stupid because Boogie Nights is, I believe, one of his best films and an amazing film to begin with.
Yeah.
But he hates talking about it. He's embarrassed by it. Was Jennifer that way?
We talked about this on the first episode, actually, where
I guess I
there was a mix up where she kind of said the beginning of her career was really embarrassing, and people tagged Leprechaun to what she had said. And Warwick Davis kind of came out and said, like, shame on you. Like, we did some good work there.
Right. Yeah.
But
now I
she
remember.
kind of came out and said, like, I wasn't talking about Leprechaun. I was talking about the beginning of my career. And the only reason that she didn't do this was because she had started Friends, and that was going. And that's why she didn't come back to this. So there's this weird kind of mix up of like, well, she's talking about the beginning of her career, and that was her first film. So was she actually talking about that? Did she kind of rescind that statement a little bit?
Yeah. Look, we see definitely a uptick of folks returning to what made them stars. Obviously Jamie Lee Curtis, but like, nobody has been, at least lately, above coming back to the franchise. I know there's been pitches like whenever you do a new Nightmare on Elm Street, you can it's like perfect to bring Heather Langenkamp back, right? They tried. It looks like with
she was considered for this film, by the
Heather
way.
Langenkamp was considered for part 2. Oh, good for her. I'm glad she turned it down.
She was doing Freddy
Good.
at that time.
Yeah, the script may have been fine. If you read it, you're like, okay. But then, like, if that was the final product, which it was, like, I'd be like, yeesh. Jer Wolf. What I would say, though, is, like, they tried to do the last Leprechaun. I think it's Leprechaun Origins or I forget what it's called, but it's the last Leprechaun where they try to recreate what the Leprechaun looked like. They try to recreate him it was a direct sequel from part 1, and they got Ozzy. They got Chubbs to be in
Really?
it. Yeah. And, it doesn't go too well for him. But I was like, that was your big swing, and I think at this point it's over.
How does that make sense?
I hate that Ozzy, and I forget the actor's real name. I hate that he went back to it, even in a cameo role, if Warwick Davis was not attached to it.
Yeah.
I don't like that. It kind of like, I don't know, cheapens it in a way. But, who am I to tell anybody not to go get work, So.
Yeah. I don't know how that really makes sense, but I feel like I did read something where it's like Leprechaun 2 is actually like the 5th movie in the series or something like that.
Oh my God.
Yeah, like chronologically.
How many
they
times
do
is
something.
he going to get blown up and melted?
I have not watched many Leprechaun movies. I haven't watched any, to be honest. I've seen a couple scenes from 2 that we just watched that were familiar, but I never watched the full movie. So,
well, maybe we'll come back next St. Patty's Day.
The annual St. Patty's Day watch along. That's our first one.
I hope y'all had fun, Lance. I had a blast. This is a talent that folks who do this on a regular basis. Kudos to you. I found myself wanting to watch the movie, but which is good. But I love setting stuff up. I think I'm going to want to have watched the movie already because I love setting it up for you all. Like, it's really good stuff. But
I kind of like being fresh to it. Honestly, you had kind of mentioned this idea of like a watch along before, but I think I was editing one of our old podcasts and Leprechaun in Space was on and my wife was over my shoulder and I was like, oh, we got to get drunk and watch this and record it.
Yeah.
Because I can't wait to get to that. I watched 5 minutes of that, so it'll still be fresh to me when we get there. But
it gets pretty wild. Part 3, they go to Vegas. Part 4, they go to space. Part 5, they go to the hood. Part 6, they go back to the hood. And as far as I'm concerned, that's the end of the franchise, even though there are 2 more, but whatever.
sounds like me in Halloween. That's funny.
Oh, shit.
Woo! Let's get back into that, Danny.
Shit.
The people want it, Danny.
The people do want it, Lance. They want me to talk about and defend. No, I can't defend some. I just honestly cannot defend Halloween Ends. I can talk pretty good about Halloween Kills, but Halloween Ends, I could talk a little bit about Halloween Kills.
I could talk a whole lot of shit about Halloween Kills, and I've never seen Ends, but I think we're at the end of our episode today.
Yeah, well,
Danny, how many 4-leaf clovers do you give Leprechaun 2?
Leprechaun 2, if I'm just being...
Okay. Hold on. You gave Leprechaun 1 4. 4-leaf clovers. I gave Leprechaun 2. Just
Leprechaun
preference.
2 is going to get 2 4-leaf clovers from me.
Wow.
Yeah, it doesn't get any better.
That was my reaction to the last one. I give the last one 2. A very strong 2. I will say you should watch Leprechaun 1. Like I said, maybe the last 20 minutes are very watchable. I'm giving Leprechaun 2 1.
Okay.
4-leaf
okay.
clover.
All right. At least it wasn't 0.
I try not to give zeros.
You gotta leave space, Lance. You gotta leave space because there's more to cover in 2 more years.
This is where we're at. Anything else, Danny, about Leprechaun 2?
I just say, folks, these movies are supposed to be enjoyed and not overly criticized. But sometimes when you're a movie fan, you got to look at some of the inconsistencies and talk about them. However, have a fun St. Patrick's Day.
Yay!
Enjoy Leprechaun whenever you get to watch it. Every time it's on TV, it's worth a laugh. And if nothing else, you get to see an amazing performance by one of the most talented actors to ever be in films, Warwick Davis. And shout out, obviously, to Sandy Barron, Morty, because that was one of his last performances, and he went full in. He was all in that film. So
Sure did.
Leprechaun 2 will always be funny to me and hold a special place because that bar scene, and there's so many quotable moments. Leprechaun 2 is it's always going to be great.
It's a movie. All right, everyone. Enjoy your St. Patty's Day. And remember, until next time, to
lock your doors.
bolt your windows.
And
Blended Canadian, the only whiskey's Irish whiskey.
And join us next time in our Slasher's Paradise.
you have to give it to me. Hey, did you see anything you like?
Thanks for watching Slasher's Paradise tonight. Please hit the like and subscribe button and turn on all of your notifications so you know the next time we post a video or go live.
And if you'd like an audio-only version of the show, search for us on wherever you get your podcasts, whether it's Apple, Spotify, Stitcher, you name it. We're on all the platforms. We just ask that you leave a rate and review of 5 stars. And if you don't know what to write in the review section, put a recommendation of a horror movie you would love for Lance and I to talk about.
Yes, and if you'd like to get the full experience of Slasher's Paradise, including videos and audio all together, go to deadcandy.com, that's DEDCANDY, or go to youtube.com/deadcandy. Here's to you guys.
This is Slasher's Paradise. Sorry, I had to work that in.
And I'm going to drink on that.
Blended Canadian.